Yes, sir. It is done.
Thank you. Himanshu,
Good evening, sir.
evening.
Good afternoon, भाई.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon, good evening.
So, any questions on what we did yesterday? Anyone? Any question with create table, insert statement?
Yes, sir. सर जब टेबल बना रहा था तो उसमें वो डेटा 2 बार प्रिंट हो रहा था बार बार. सिंगल टाइम इंसर्ट कर रहा था लेकिन वो टेबल बन रहा था तो वो 2 बार दिखा रहा था.
सर फर्स्ट टाइम एग्जीक्यूट किया तो वन टाइम ही डेटा दिखाया उसने, बाद में फिर से एग्जीक्यूट किया तो 2 टाइम प्रिंट हो रहा था.
Yeah, so if you're going to insert, two rows, if you're going to insert the same row 2 times, you're going to have duplicate values. If you insert into table name values Himanshu, and then again you say insert into table name values Himanshu, what do you think is going to happen? You're going to have 2 Himanshus in the database, in the table.
तब वहाँ पे इंसर्ट सिंगल टाइम कर रहे थे, उसके बाद भी वहाँ पे दिखा रहा था 2 बार.
हो ही नहीं सकता. You must have accidentally pressed execute 2 times. Drop the table and try it again. हो ही नहीं सकता. Chalo. So I'm sure you managed to access these PDFs. Was it shared with you?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Could attend the assignments in Oracle and the exercises in MySQL. Yes? I assume yes. Cool. I'll continue from where we stopped yesterday. I'll continue with SQL. Start writing, please. I'm selecting department number job. Ename cell hire date from EMP. Rahul, what does your t-shirt say? IBM?
EDM.
EDM. Is that a band or something?
No, sir. Actually, I'm belonging from mechanical background, so I was completed in CNC programming in Nashik. So he gifted me. It's been electrodynamic machining.
I'll explain it. I'm selecting department number job, ename sal hire date from EMP. Let's see what's happening here. Let me connect to my database. See the screen, please. I'm selecting department number job, ename sal hire date from EMP. Nothing new out here. If you look closely, I have 14 rows in my table. If you look closely, see the screen. You'll observe that king is the first row. You'll observe that Blake is the second row. Observe that Clark is the third row. And observe that Miller is the last row. This does not mean king is the first row inserted in the table. This does not mean Blake is the second row inserted in the table. This does not mean that Clark is the third row in the table. And this does not mean that Miller is the last row inserted in the table. Because when you insert the rows inside your table, inside the table, the rows are not stored sequentially. The rows are scattered. The rows are fragmented. The correct term is fragmented. The rows are scattered all over the database server hard disk. The rows are fragmented all over the database server hard disk. And this is common for all RDBMS, whether I'm using MySQL or whether I'm using Oracle. I don't know, maybe some of you might have observed this when you were working. You must have inserted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in the table. But later when you select, you must have seen 5 first and 4 afterwards. Have you experienced this?
Yes, sir.
Fine. Where is the data stored sequentially? I'll write everything for you. Just relax. Just concentrate on what I'm saying. Where is the data stored sequentially? In Excel. Let me open Excel for you. Excel is a DBMS, correct? Excel is a DBMS. In a DBMS, what happens? Data is stored inside a file. And inside a file, if you observe, just see on the left-hand side, can you see row numbering here? Can you see row numbering here on the left?
Yes, sir.
Row number 1, row number 2, row number 3. So here, the data is stored sequentially. In fact, here what I can do, Jayant, have a look. Here what I can do, I can give a right mouse click. I can say insert. And I can insert a row in the middle. This is possible in a DBMS. Because in DBMS, data is stored inside a file. And inside a file, the data is stored sequentially. But what happens in RDBMS? I have VMP table with 14 rows. Look here. This is my database. Look here. Please draw this. This is my database. This is the server. Let's assume that this is the server hard disk. This is my server hard disk. This is my database. This is my server hard disk. You see my EMP table. My cute little EMP table is stored here. Now these 14 rows of EMP, they are not stored together here. So I'm going to have 4 rows of EMP here. I'm going to have remainder 3 rows of EMP here. And I'm going to have remainder 7 rows of EMP here. It so happens that King 5000 is probably stored here. And that's not all. The madness doesn't stop here. If I create department table, even my department table is stored here. Maybe I have 2 rows of department here, and I have remainder 2 rows of department here. It's all mixed up. Your tables, my tables, it's all mixed up. पूरा पुनेरी मिसल हो गया. Why does MySQL do this? सोचने वाली बात है. Why the data is not stored sequentially? Why does MySQL do this? Think about multi-user. We have 250 students here. Suppose if all of us connect to the same database. Suppose if all of us are inserting into the same EMP table. If 250 people are inserting into EMP simultaneously, if the data were to be stored sequentially, it would have been very slow. Agreed? The first user who inserts into EMP, it will open my EMP table, it will go to the end of the table, it will store the row there. In the meantime, remaining 249 users, they are waiting in a queue, waiting for their turn when they can insert into EMP. And that would have been very slow here. So I'll tell you what MySQL does. Whenever you insert a row into the table, wherever it finds the free space in the database, wherever it finds the free space in the hard disk, it will dump the row there. Look at my hands. Let's say my left hand is the server hard disk. The hard disk is round. ऐसे rotate होते रहता है वो. It is round. It keeps rotating. Now see this finger on my right hand. This is the hard disk writer. The job of this guy is to write onto the hard disk and read from the hard disk. So when I insert a row into my table, wherever this hard disk writer is located, it's known as an IO card, input-output card. Wherever my hard disk writer is located, it will store the row there. Over here, if that memory is not available, the hard disk will rotate slightly and it will put the row there. That's how it works internally. You might have heard on your laptop, if you have an old laptop, वो hard disk का आवाज आता है, it's rotating. So whenever you write onto the hard disk, wherever it finds the free space, it will dump the row. If free space is not available there, slightly it will rotate the hard disk, and at the next available location, it will store the row there. Result is what? The rows of my table, they are scattered, they are fragmented all over the database. And later when I say select star from EMP, the searching will always be sequential. The searching will always be sequential. So when I say select star from EMP, what will MySQL do? Starting for address number 1, it will search for EMP table, searching for EMP table, searching for EMP table. ये इधर मिल गया EMP table. First these 4 rows are found, they will be returned. Then these 3 rows are found, they will be returned. And last, these 7 rows are found, they will be returned. And the madness doesn't stop here. The madness doesn't stop here. If I insert a new row into EMP, suppose I insert Himanshu here. I'll insert Himanshu here. If I insert a new row into EMP, and afterwards, if I say select star from EMP, don't be surprised if you see Himanshu first and King afterwards. That's how the data is stored physically in the database, in the server hard disk. And that is why there was a question yesterday in your assignment. If you have read assignment number 2, in assignment number 2, the last question was, why isn't it possible to see the first 5 rows of table? Why isn't it possible to see the last 3 rows of the table? Is because of the explanation I gave you just now. If you have a serial number column in the table and you store 1, 2, 3, 4 physically and manually in your table, it's a different matter. But if you have not done that, there's no way of finding out which row was inserted first in the table, which row was inserted last in the table. Am I clear? And the madness does not stop here. In future, suppose I update the row. Right now the name is king, Let's assume that ename is varchar. Assuming that ename is varchar. Varchar means what? Variable length. Varchar means variable length. Character is fixed length. Assuming that ename is varchar, right now the name is king. It is 4 characters. It will occupy 4 bytes of storage. So 4 bytes of storage for king, another 3 bytes of storage for 5000, total ho gaya 7 bytes. Now suppose I update this. The name is king, Suppose I update this. From king, suppose I change the name to King Kong. What is happening? The length of the name is increasing. Agreed? Initially it was 4 characters. Now it is 9 characters. The blank space in the middle is counted. So initially it's 4 characters, now it is 9 characters. Initially it's 4 bytes, now it is 9 bytes. So additional 5 bytes are needed. So this particular row, which was 7 bytes, now requires 12 bytes. Now this row requires 12 bytes because the row length is increasing. So what happens when I update here? When I update here from king to King Kong, it will try to update here, king to King Kong. Abhi problem kya hai? If the free space was available here, MySQL will adjust the row here itself. But as you can see, the free space is not available here. Department table ka 2 rows are here, chipak ke. I cannot have half a row here and half a row there. One row will always be complete. What happens is few rows here, few rows there. I can't have half a row here and half a row there. One row will always be complete. So what happens in future, when you update the row, if the row length is increasing, what will MySQL do? That entire row is moved to some other address. So 3 rows of EMP will remain here. And this 1 row of EMP with King Kong 5000 will be stored here. And afterwards, if I say select star from EMP, don't be surprised if you see this row at some other location. So even the address of the row is not fixed there. It may change. I'm not saying it will change. It may change. Then when you update the row, it's only in the case of varchar. Char is fixed length, int is fixed length, date is fixed length. It's only in the case of varchar that my row length may increase or decrease. And that is why there's no way of finding out the first 5 rows or the last 3 rows of table. समझ गए बच्चे लोग? Let's write it. Come. When you insert a row into your table, wherever MySQL finds the free space, it will store the row there. In all RDBMSs, where is the data stored sequentially, students? Data is stored sequentially inside a file. But table is not a file. Every row is a file. We discussed that. In all RDBMS, the rows inside the table are not stored sequentially. In all RDBMS, the rows inside the table are scattered. The correct term would be fragmented. The rows are scattered all over the database server hard disk. So when you select from a table, the order of rows in the output depends on the row address. When you select from a table, the order of rows in the output will always be in ascending order of row address. In future, if you update the row, if the row length is increasing, the row address may change. If the free space is not available, then the row address may change. Hence, there's no way of finding out the first n rows inside a table or the last n rows inside it. No problem. Suraj. Suraj has got the CDAC ka logo behind it. Dishi, did you create a user in MySQL?
Yes, sir.
And you have a Bhopal database.
Yes, sir.
Jai Shri Ram.
So,
Yes,
in a single insert statement, if we are adding 4 or 5 rows, will they be stored together or will they also be scattered?
they will also be scattered.
Okay. So, is there any way, there is no idea as to how many rows will be together or,
We can find out from system tables.
okay.
We can find out the row addresses of each and every row and see how much percentage of table is fragmented. And then there are ways to defrag the table also,
Okay.
which I will show you in the coming days.
Thank you, sir.
That way we can improve the performance. So this is going to be a performance killer. Imagine if you have a hard disk of 100 terabytes and you have a table which is 1000 GB in size and the rows are scattered, it's going to affect your performance when you're searching. So we'll see later in the coming days how the performance can be improved. May I rub all this, students? Have you written it?
Yes, sir.
Fine. So coming back to this, when I select from my table, the rows are not coming in any specific order. As I said, the output depends on the row address. However, if you want to make your data more presentable, if you want your rows to come in a specific order, no problem. At the end of your select statement, I can say order by name. Please note down, I'm showing you the order by clause. Yesterday we saw where clause, now I'm showing you order by clause. The order by clause, it's used for sorting. Keep writing, don't stop. Even if you know SQL, doesn't matter, keep writing. Firstly, your notes will help you for exams, for interviews. Secondly, they will help you when you start working for reference. Thirdly, they will help you, maybe your first assignment when you start working is to teach SQL to other programmers. It happens. That's what Kanchan did in IBM. Her first assignment was to teach SQL to other programmers. और सबको Oracle का कीड़ा लगा दिया उसने पूरे IBM में. Maybe some of you may want to become trainers. You may want to teach SQL. That's a good career option, huh? People who teach programming in Mumbai, they make lots of money. फीडबैक में जितनी भी फैक्ट्री के आते हैं ना, बहुत छापते, सूटकेस भर भर के पैसे कर लेते हैं. मैं फीडबैक की बात करूं, अपनी बात नहीं कर. फीडबैक की बात बहुत छापते, मुंह मांगी कीमत, आवरली, डेली. So it's also a good career option. Or maybe you would like to write a book on SQL. Yeah, why not? Or you could want to upload some videos on SQL on YouTube. Yeah. Become the next sensation. Make it viral. Yeah. यहाँ पे 250 friends है. Each friend gets 1000 forwards. तो अपना 2.5 लाख व्यूज तो ऐसे ही होंगे. I know this person in Nagpur. Have you noticed that Nagpur is one city in Maharashtra? उधर में मेरे को क्या बताऊं यार, I met this character. He told me his name is Yashwant Kanetkar. शायद आपने उसका नाम सुना हो.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
I asked Yashwant, I said, what do you do for a living? He said, I write books on C and C++. I said, how many books have you written? 25 से ज्यादा. फिर मैंने अपना एक सोर्स है नागपुर में, उससे फाइंड आउट किया. This guy is worth around 800 crores. अपुन ने क्या पाप किया है? वो भी सी प्रोग्रामिंग. Anyway, forget it. God bless you. Select department number, job, e-name, sal, hire date. I'm saying order by e-name. Here I'm saying order by e-name. Output will come in ascending order of e-name. It will come in alphabetical order. See the screen, see the output. It looks more presentable, no? Nice. First, I can see the rows that are starting with A. Then I can see the rows that are starting with B, then C, and so on. Sorting, you know how sorting takes place, no? It's based on ASCII value. If I have two rows that are starting with A, then it will consider the second letter. So Adams will come first, Allen will come second. Clear? Now, where does the sorting take place here? Where is my data stored? In the table, in the database. Where does the sorting take place? In server hard disk or server RAM?
RAM.
Server RAM.
RAM, sir.
Server RAM, that's correct. So when you run this select statement, what happens? Assuming that this is your server RAM, assuming that this is your server RAM, what happens? The rows of EMP, will be brought here. The rows of EMP will be brought here. And the order by sorting it takes place here in server RAM. Let's be clear about it. The sorting takes place in server RAM. Nothing is happening on my machine. On my computer, I simply type the select statement. But all this order by sorting Sudhanshi is asking, keys are used for specific order. What key are you referring to, Sudhanshu? Lock up key?
Is this the primary key or the secondary key?
No. Nothing to do with primary key.
Okay.
Purpose of primary key is something else, Sudhanshu, to ensure that duplicate values are not entered.
But it may use for sequencing, I guess. No. Okay.
Nothing to do with primary key. We'll discuss primary key later as a separate topic. So, here I'm saying order by ename. Output is coming in alphabetical order, in ascending order. It all depends on ASCII value. By default, it's coming in ascending order. If you want to see descending order, you can specify the keyword DSC. Okay? So as such, I can use ASC for ascending order and I can use DSC for descending order. By default, it is ascending. So even if I don't specify AC, it's all right. By default, it is ascending. Unless you want to make your select statement more readable. If you want to make your select statement more readable, you specify AC. Lekin understood hai, by default, it is in ascending order. So that's my order by clause. Let's move on faster, faster, faster. I'm saying order by ename. Ename is a character column. See the next one. Keep writing. I can say order by department number. It will come in ascending order of department number. It will come in ascending order of department number. Output will come department wise. Department number is a numeric column. Let's see what happens. See the output. Order by department number. First, the rows of 10 are coming. Then the rows of 20 are coming. Then the rows of 30 are coming. See the output. It's more presentable. Output is coming department wise. It's more presentable. It looks just like a report now. This is a department EMP report. Again, it's all based on ASCII value. 1 is less than 2, 2 is less than 3, 10 is less than 20. Ascending, descending, you specify. Default is ascending. So I can do this for a char column. I can do this for a number column. I can do this for a date column. I can say order by hire date. Hire date is the date of joining. I can say order by hire date. It will come ascending order of hire date. First, I can see the rows of 1980, then the rows of 81, then the rows of 82, and so on. If 2 rows are there for 1981, it will consider the month. If the month is also the same, it will consider the day. If the day is also the same, it will consider the time. If the time is also the same, then it depends on the row address. Jo pehle mila, that will be returned first. The row which is found second will be returned later. So here when I say order by hire date, today is greater than yesterday. Tomorrow is greater than today. Internally, date is stored as a number. Order by hire date. So the first row in the output is the person who was hired first. Agreed? The last row in the output is the row that was hired last. So the first row in the output, that is my senior most employee. The last row in the output is my junior most employee. That's business intelligence. You might have heard this term earlier, BI. BI is business intelligence. So who's the senior most? Who's the junior most? Just give an order by and find out. Ascending, descending, you specify. No problem. Now, see here. another important point. If you want a where clause, the where clause comes first, the order by clause comes afterwards. Please write it.
So please don't erase. Sir. Wait a
Please.
minute. So don't erase, please.
Yeah, I did undo. I'm waiting for you to finish writing. May I rub the first two select statements?
Yes, sir. Sure.
Okay. So here, I'm selecting department number job, e-name style hire date, where department number equal to 10, order by e-name. Coming to the execution, listen, the execution of select statement, it is top to bottom, it is left to right. Clear? Top to bottom, left to right. Unlike your Java programming or C programming, in Java you have a main function, execution starts from there. ऐसा कुछ नहीं है. Here it is pretty simple and straightforward. It is top to bottom, left to right. So first it will select department number job, e-name style hire date. From where? From EMP table. Where department number equal to 10. Only those rows are brought into the RAM. Where department number equal to 10. You remember we had written down earlier. Searching takes place in server hard disk. The searching takes place in database server hard disk. The where clause is used for searching. Searching takes place in server hard disk. The order by sorting, it takes place in the RAM. Yeah, the student seems to be outdoors. There is a specific reason why the where clause is specified first. You cannot write order by e-name first and where clause afterwards. You will get an error. It won't allow. And the reason for it, I just explained. Execution is top to bottom, execution is left to right. So the where clause is specified before the order by clause. Keep writing. The where clause is used for sorting. Sorting takes place. No, sorry, searching. मैं क्या बोल रहा हूँ? Where clause is used for searching. The searching takes place in database, server hard disk. The where clause is used to restrict the rows. The where clause is used to retrieve the rows. From database, server hard disk to server RAM. Whereas the order by sorting takes place afterwards in server RAM. You must understand how it works internally. Later we can discuss. How to make it more efficient, how to make it work faster. Manoj, are you here?
Yes, sir.
Did you get the reply to my email?
Yes, sir.
And did you see my website?
See,
And did you see the timer over there?
not.
नहीं दिखा टाइमर आपको?
यस सर दिखा.
उतना ध्यान नहीं दिया सर.
मैं को भी वायरल होना है यार नेट पे. अभी मुन्ना जैसे लोग लॉकअप जीतते हैं, अपन आराम से. He didn't deserve it, yeah. Pyle deserved it. I don't know. Wrote everything.
Yes, sir.
Hello. I'll show you some more options here.
Sir, wait.
You're still writing? Let me know when you're done, please. The rest of you, I'll show you some more options here. Please write down. I'm selecting department number job. E-name shall hire date. You see here when I say order by, I can say order by department number, job. Order by department number, job. I'm sorting on two columns. Just separate by commas. Wasim,
Yes, sir.
what's written behind you here?
No, sir, I have kept a background of it.
What
Virtual,
is that? What is it?
sir, it's everything will be okay.
Everything will be okay.
Yes, sir.
और अपना अवेंजर्स आ गया रोहित.
शेफ फाइल कैंसिल.
उधर थैनोस भी है, आयरन मैन भी है, दोनों मर गए. बचा कौन? सैफ और रोहित. सैफ और रोहित ने आयरन मैन और थैनोस को मारा. So let's see what I've done here. I'm saying order by department number, comma job. I'm sorting on two columns. So what happens here? First, it will sort it on the basis of department number. And within that, it will sort it on the basis of job. It's going to come department-wise, job-wise. It will be department-wise, job-wise. I'll show it to you. If I say order by department number, comma job, first the rows of department number 10, then the rows of 20, and then the rows of 30. Now within the department number 10, first the clerk, then the manager, then the president. Within the department number 20, first the analyst, then the clerk, then the manager. Did everyone understand? It's department-wise, job-wise. It's department-wise, job-wise. It's department-wise, job-wise. By default, both are in ascending order. If you want, you can take department number descending, job ascending. Or if you want both to be descending, you'll have to specify DSC separately for each column. Please make a note of it. I can have both descending. Specify DSC separately for each column. There's no upper limit on the number of columns in order by clause. They separate by commas. There's no upper limit on the number of columns in order by clause. Just separate by commas. So as an example, you can have a select statement. Order by country, comma state, comma district, comma city. Are you getting me? So ascending order of country, within that it will consider state, within that it will consider district, within that it will consider city. They separate by commas. No upper limit. But one thing is there. If you have a large number of columns in order by clause, your select statement will be slow. Yes or no? Because that much sorting has to take place. No? If you have large number of columns in order by clause, then your select statement will be slow. It may take a couple of seconds before I can see the output. It may take a couple of minutes before I can see the output. It may take a couple of hours before I can see the output. Obviously, I'm talking about if you have large number of rows in the table. If you have large number of rows in the table, and if you have large number of columns in order by clause, then your select statement will be slow. Why? Because that much sorting has to take place in server end. Because that much sorting has to take place. That much sorting has to take place in server end. And sorting is one operation which always slows down the select statement. Remember this. So if you have large number of rows in the table and you're doing order by clause on large number of columns, it will be slow. So what can you do? Upgrade your server, upgrade the processor, upgrade the CPU, increase the RAM, get an SSD. प्रतीक नहीं दिख रहा है आज अपना नरूटो वाला
है सर, है इधर ही।
पिन किया जाए प्रतीक को।
इधर ही
बैकग्राउंड नहीं लगा रहा सर तो अभी।
क्या कर रहा है?
बैकग्राउंड नहीं लगाएगा तो अभी।
अच्छा यहाँ पे 2-3 प्रतीक है और सभी जुहू में gladiators and code crafters. This group name you have decided or allotted by CDAC?
No sir, we have to sir.
Pretty creative. Error for error. यहाँ पे फंटास्टिक 4 लिखा है लेकिन ग्रुप में तो 10 लोग हैं।
सर वो जू
ते
का
बाकी
टीम
6
नंबर
लोग
4 है
क्रिटिकल है
इसलिए।
वहां पे।
नहीं नहीं सर, जू का टीम नंबर 4 है इसलिए फैंटास्टिक 4 है।
अच्छा, मेरे को लगा 4 लोग फंटास्टिक है, बाकी 6 लोग मैकेनिक है वहां, इंटरचेंज करने के लिए। May I rub this? I had seen one select statement before lockdown, must be 2019 in Nashik. That select statement used to take 8 hours to execute. They had something like 50 crore rows in the table. And order by clause, they had something like 22 columns in order by clause. And that select statement used to take around 8 hours to execute in Nashik. Anybody from Nashik?
प्रतीक है सर।
प्रतीक ही है ना, नासिक प्रतीक, वहां पे अपना बॉम्बे नासिक हाईवे है ना, वहां पे नासिक MIDC देयर इज दिस VIP luggage factory for VIP luggage. They are using Oracle, and I had gone there, and their select statement was taking around 8 hours to execute. The first few times when they ran it and output did not come, उनको लगा सर्वर में कुछ प्रॉब्लम है, and they kept restarting the server. Then one day what happened? One person ran the select statement in the evening and forgot about it. He went home. Next day in the morning he came. He saw output on the screen. तब समझ में आया कि अरे it's taking 8 hours to execute. फिर क्या? They called a consultant from Mumbai to help them out. How to make it work faster. And let me show you one last option with order by clause. Please note down. Select ename, comma, sal multiplied by 12. Nothing new out here. We saw this yesterday. I have a computed column. I have ename and I'm selecting sal multiplied by 12. This will show me the yearly sal. Assuming that sal column is storing the monthly sal, this will show me the yearly sal. See the screen? It shows me the yearly sal. Now, suppose you want to see ascending order of sal multiplied by 12. I want ascending order of yearly sal. If you want to do ascending order of yearly sal, simple. I can say order by sal into 12. I can always say order by sal into 12. Order by expression is allowed. It will work. It will come in ascending order of sal into 12. Keep writing. Don't be like MySQL. When I'm typing, you should be writing. यहाँ problem क्या है? First, somebody will read it. Then he will compile it. Then he'll make a plan. And then when I say write, he will execute.
सर कंप्यूटर कॉलम अलाउ नहीं है ना यूज करने के लिए?
ऑर्डर बाय में अलाउड है, कौन बोला अलाउड नहीं है? इट विल वर्क, आई विल शो इट टू यू, सी द स्क्रीन. Order by sal into 12, it will come ascending order of sal into 12. Ascending, descending, you specify. Accordingly, it will come. Let's understand.
Alias अलाउ नहीं है ना सर?
Alias is not allowed in the where clause. Alias is not allowed in the where clause. So what happens here? Let's figure out what happens here. What happens here? See the screen. Ename and sal is brought into the RAM. It will put this into an array. It will put this into a 2D array, correct? So the first thing that happens is that ename and sal are brought into the RAM. I'll write on the side here. What happens next? MySQL will calculate sal into 12. And what happens next? Order by sal into 12 will happen. At this point, sal into 12 exists, no? Shubham, after calculating sal multiplied by 12, sal multiplied by 12 is there in the RAM, no? Then I can say order by sal into 12. It will work. And my output is this.
Yes, sir.
Ascending, descending, you specify. Now, the thing here is, if you specify an alias, Shubham, understand this clearly. If you specify an alias, if I give an alias of annual, let me ask you a question. Can I say order by annual?
No, sir. alias यूज नहीं कर सकते सर.
Alias, understand Shubham how it works internally. I cannot use alias in the where clause. But I can use alias in order by clause. I'll tell you why. Ename sal is brought into the RAM. Then it will calculate sal into 12. Then the alias is generated. And then I can say order by annual. At this point, annual exists, no? At the time of searching in the database, at the time of searching in the hard disk, annual does not exist. But after the alias has been generated, order by annual is possible. Remember, the order by clause is the last clause in select statement. Order by clause is the last clause in select statement. The only challenge out here is If I specify the alias in double quotes, it becomes case sensitive, isn't it? It becomes case sensitive. In that situation, you will have to type the exact expression in double quotes inside your order by clause. Moreover, if you have a big alias, if you have a lengthy alias, if you have a blank space in the middle, I don't have a choice. I'll have to use double quotes, in which case you please type the exact identical expression here. This is starting to get a bit complicated. Students, this is starting to get complicated. Let me show you the easiest way of doing it. Are you ready? Let me show you some magic here. Let me show you some magic here. Are you ready? Rohit, Dishi, look here. The easiest way of doing it, look at me. I can say order by 2. 2 is the column number. 2 is the column number. Second column. In our case, it is Sal multiplied by 12. And that I feel is the easiest way of doing it. I can say order by 2, where 2 is the column number in select statement. Understood, students? Yes. No. Keep writing. I hope you learned something new today.
Sir, can you please repeat that?
Yes. I said when you have a computed column and you want to sort on the basis of computed column, you can say order by computed column. You can say order by alias. If your alias is in double quotes, you can say order by, type the exact expression in double quotes. But an easier way of doing it is by saying order by 2, where 2 is the column number. The column number in select statement. In our case, it is Sal into 12. So order by 2 is allowed. Is it clear now?
Yes, sir.
I'll show it to you. See the screen. Order by 2. It's coming ascending order of second column. Ascending, descending, you specify. Default is ascending. So order by 2, order by 3, order by 2, 3, all that is allowed. I can even say select star from EMP. Order by 2, whichever is the second column in my table. Whichever is the second column in my table, it will sort it on the basis of that column. So this feature is also available. Please write it fast. Done. Any questions on order by? May I continue? Let's start with the new topic. Let's start with the new topic. Let's create a new EMP table. Vaibhav, you're done writing? Yeah, okay. Please note down this new EMP table. I'll type it in Excel. I'm trying to do things a bit neatly so that you can read it clearly, so that you can give me a good feedback afterwards. I could read everything clearly, whatever Samir was typing. Please draw this in your notebook. I'm going to use this table for the next 2 hours or so. Employee number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Please draw this table. I'll explain it. In EMP table, I have employee number and name, sal, city, and department number. Now, when you try this out later, please declare ename as varchar column. I'll assume it is varchar of 20. Please declare ename as a varchar column. I'll assume it is varchar of 20. Varchar means variable length. Char is fixed length. I'm assuming that it is a varchar column. Done writing? Now, I have a question. On the basis of what we have done so far, not what you have studied earlier, on the basis of what we have done so far, in the last 13 hours or so, on the basis server to select, jaldi kar kal subah panvel. I don't know what Chaitanya is saying. Anyway, on the basis of what we have done so far, suppose you want to find out, suppose you want to return all the rows where name begins with the letter A. How would you do it? You understood my question? Please display all the rows where name begins with the letter A.
Grape something.
grep, ये कहाँ से आ गया? grep is Linux.
उसके जैसा ही कुछ तो सर होगा।
हाँ, उसके जैसा कुछ, लेकिन on the basis of what we have done so far, not on the basis of what we have studied earlier. Usma is saying order by e-name. Usma, Pradeep, order by e-name will come ascending order of e-name. But I want only these two rows.
By comparing ASCII value of A.
By comparing ASCII value of A. That's correct. So how will you do it?
ऑपरेटर यूज करके।
कौन सा ऑपरेटर?
equal to
You're close to the correct answer. Let me assist you here. Please write select star from EMP where ename is greater than A and ename is less than B. Noted? Sakshi, San Francisco Bridge. It's a beautiful city here. I'll explain it. Select star from EMP where ename greater than A and ename less than B. If I execute this, I can see all the rows. Ename starting with A. I can see Alan, I can see Adams. Now let me explain something here. How does this work internally? How does string comparison take place in MySQL? What happens? Each and every row, concentrate on where condition. Each and every row, it will compare ename with the letter A and it will compare ename with the letter B. So let's start with Adams. Initially, Adams is compared with the letter A. Now remember one thing. In MySQL, whenever you compare two strings of different lengths, the shorter of the two strings is temporarily padded with blank spaces on right-hand side, such that their lengths become equal. And afterwards, MySQL will start the comparison character by character based on ASCII value. So ASCII value of capital A compared with ASCII value of capital A, it is the same. Move to second letter. ASCII value of capital D compared with ASCII value of blank space, D is greater than blank space. And therefore, as a string, Adams is greater than A. And then it's going to compare Adams with the letter B. When Adams is compared with the letter B, B is the shorter of the two strings. So B is temporarily padded with blank spaces on right-hand side. And then MySQL will start the comparison, character by character, based on ASCII value. So ASCII value of A compared with ASCII value of B, A is less than B, and therefore, as a string, Adams is less than B. Both conditions are satisfied. It will return all the rows where name begins with A. That's how the strings are compared internally. This concept, it's known as blank padded comparison semantics. Blank padded comparison semantics. Let's make a note of it. Write quickly, please. Blank padded comparison semantics. When you compare two strings of different lengths, the shorter of the two strings is temporarily padded with blank spaces on right hand side. Such that their lengths become equal. Then it will start the comparison. Character by character, based on ASCII value. Semantics. Please check the spelling. Blank padded comparison semantics. Done. And yes, as Mr. Ajay Yadav is pointing out, in the table, if I have a row, E name equal to A by itself. If you have a row, E name equal to A by itself, it will not come in the output because it has to be greater than A and less than B. So this will not come in the output. To ensure that this also comes in the output, what would be a better solution? As suggested by Ajay, a better solution, I should say E name greater than equal to A and ename less than b. By chance, if I have a row name equal to a by itself, it should come in the output. No? So this would be the perfect solution. Is that what you're saying, Ajay?
Yes, sir.
Good. So this was using relational operators. An easier way of doing it, I can say select star from EMP, where ename like a percentage. Ename like a percentage. This keyword like over here, it's a special operator. It's known as a special operator. So let's go through some of the special operators. We can always give where ename like a percentage. Like is a special operator. So earlier when Shubham was saying something similar to grep, where we have the like operator. Ename like a percentage will show me ename starting with a. This percentage symbol over here, it's known as a wildcard. You know, when you're playing cards, the joker is a wild card, no? It will work with any color, with any shape. The percentage symbol, it means any character and any number of characters. That's what percentage means. Any character and any number of characters. Any character, any number of characters. Will show me starting with A. This will be case sensitive. In Oracle, yes. In MySQL, no. Solution for Oracle. What will be the solution for Oracle? Ename like a percentage or ename like a percentage is the solution for Oracle. So in case you have row where name starts with lowercase a, this would be the solution for Oracle. That's right, Shubham. Oracle is case sensitive. So to make it case insensitive, solution for Oracle. So ename like a percentage shows me starting with a. What will happen if I say ename like percentage a? Yes. Please interact.
Ending with a.
That's correct. I will see ending with a. Ending with a, where a is the last letter. Do I have any row ending with a? None. Please interact. Say yes, no, or use the chat.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Because yesterday CDAC called me up at 9 p.m. after your session yesterday. They said students want a break. सुबह 9 बजे से रात के 9 बजे तक You all told CDAC? I said, sure, we can stop at 8 o'clock. We will not have the class on Sunday. But then the syllabus will not be covered. So what is this showing me? Ending with a. And what will happen if I say percentage a percentage?
Both starting and ending letter will be
Starting with a and ending with a.
containing between a.
Containing it.
Containing a. See, percentage means any character and any number of characters. Could be zero also. So starting with a or ending with a or a in the middle. As Siddhesh is saying, any name containing a, all rows contain name a will be returned. Adams will come, Allen will come, Blake will come, even a by itself will come. Done. Let me show you one more wildcard. Select star from EMP, where rename like underscore underscore a percentage. Underscore underscore a percentage. All the rows where a is the third letter. This underscore is also a wildcard. What underscore means is any one character. क्या समझे? Any one character. That's what underscore means. So all the rows where a is the third letter. Clear?
Sir, can we use digit also in that?
Yes.
Okay.
If you have DAC 1, DAC 2, DAC 3, you can use numerals also.
सर हम a_b ऐसा मतलब ऐसा भी यूज कर सकते हैं उधर
कर सकते. So see some more examples. Here a is the third letter. or I can say underscore, 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 underscore. All the rows. Name is 4 letters, any 4 letters. Name is 4 letters, any 4 letters. And yes, as you were saying, A underscore B is also possible. So all the rows, name is 3 letters, A is the first letter, B is the last letter. So that's how you can use percentage and underscore. Understood, Rahul? Rahul Babu?
Sir, percentage A% means the statement should be containing A.
Name should be containing A.
Okay.
Could be starting with A, or could be ending with A, or A somewhere in the middle. All E
In
names
between,
that
it's also
contain
okay.
A.
Yes. Okay.
At any position, A at any position.
Yes, sir.
These wildcards are underscore and percentage. These wildcards are used for pattern matching. Used for pattern matching. This is the language that is used by CDAC. I had seen this in one of the exams few years ago. MCQ dash and dash wildcards are used for pattern matching. मैंने कहा ये क्या होता है pattern matching. Then I saw the answers and I guessed it must be underscore and percentage. Chalo.
Sir, please explain second last. Underscore.
Second last,
Yes, sir.
ename like 4 underscores.
Yes, sir.
All names with 4 letters. Any 4 letters.
Okay, sir.
So in our example, King will come and Ford will come.
Yes, sir.
King will come, Ford will come. All rows, name is 4 letters, any 4 letters. If I say underscore, I underscore, underscore, name with 4 letters, I is the second letter. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Chalo. Now, moving on. Select star from EMP, where ename like a percentage. You will have to say ename like a percentage. Huh? You cannot say ename equal to a percentage. I hope you understand the difference. If I say ename equal to a percentage, it will search for a percentage. Then the percentage symbol has lost the special meaning. If I give ename equal to a percentage, it will search for a percentage. To give this percentage symbol the special meaning, to give this percentage symbol the special meaning, I will have to say ename like a percentage, starting with A. Please try out all these commands. Huh? Finish writing.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So ename like a percentage shows me starting with A. Opposite of like is not like. Ename not like a percentage, not starting with a. Not starting with. This is example of logical not. Yesterday I took example of logical and logical or. This is example of logical not. Ename not like a percentage, not starting with a. Not starting with a. ठीक है वसीम, everything will be okay, है ना? कुछ तकलीफ हुआ तो रोहित को बोल देना, वो सैफ के साथ आ जाएगा. May I continue? Have you finished writing? Let's see the next one. Let me show you some more special operators. Select star from EMP, where ename greater than equal to 2000. Sal is greater than equal to 2000. Sal is less than equal to 3000. Nothing new out here. Greater than equal to 2000 and less than equal to 3000. What will come in the output? Greater than equal to 2000, less than equal to 3000. Output will be these three rows. Output will be these three rows. This will include both the values. It will include both the values, 2000, 3000. You see here what is happening, students? We are searching for data that falls within a particular range. Wasim, please concentrate. Here what's happening? I'm searching for data that falls within a particular range between 2 and 3000. Between 2 and 3000. A more efficient way of writing the same thing, I can always say where sal between 2000 and 3000. Where sal between 2000 and 3000. Output is same as above. Output is same as above. It includes both the values. It is mutually inclusive. It is inclusive. It includes both the values, 2000, 3000. It is inclusive. Right. Given a choice between these two select statements, the second one is recommended. Two reasons. Firstly, it is easier to write. It's closer to English. between 2000 and 3000. More important than that, secondly, more important than that, it works faster. Why? In the first select statement, what happens? MySQL will read it, then it will compile it, then it will make a plan, then it will execute. In the second select statement, what happens? A ready-made method by the name of between is already present in the database in the compiled format. The plan, etc., is ready. It directly executes. It directly executes. You're going to see this in a lot of places in SQL. One problem may have two solutions. One problem may have three solutions. We have to choose the most efficient. So this is easier to write. And secondly, it works faster. That's the main thing. The opposite of between is not between. Again, example of logical not. Opposite of between is not between. Between is inclusive, not between is exclusive. So what will this give me? Not between 2000 and 3000 will give me less than 2000 or greater than 3000. 2000, 3000 will not come in the output. It is exclusive. It is exclusive. No problem. It is exclusive. So between is a special operator, similar to like operator. It is a special operator.
सर बिटवीन सिर्फ इंटीजर के साथ करते हैं क्या मतलब
I'm sorry?
ए एंड बी बिटवीन इंटीजर्स के साथ हैंडल करता है क्या मतलब ऐसा
Yes.
बिटवीन ए एंड बी ऐसा हो नहीं सकता
हो सकता है. I'm coming to that. So now that you have understood with sal column, which is a number column, between will work with all data types. I can always say select star from EMP, where hide it between. Hide it between 1st Jan and 31st December. This will show me all the employees who were hired last year between 1st Jan and 31st December. It includes both the values. It includes both the values. It is inclusive. And yes, Shubham, as you were asking, I can use this with a character column also. This is as good as saying hire date greater than equal to 1st of Jan and hire date less than equal to 31st December. Given a choice between these two select statements, the first one is recommended. It is easier to write. It is closer to our everyday English. Secondly, more importantly, it works faster. And yes, as Shubham was asking, it will work with char also. I can say where ename between A and F. What will happen if I say ename is between A and F? It's as good as saying ename greater than equal to A and ename less than equal to F. So what happens? Starting with A, starting with B, starting with C, starting with D, starting with E will come. Does that answer your question?
Yes, sir.
No problem using between. Let's see one more special operator. Any question? Wasim, Himanshu? No?
Sir, sir, it will include all the character between A and F, right?
Yes. So ename starting with A, ename starting with B, ename starting with C, ename starting with D, ename starting with E. So in our example, Adams will come, Blake will come, Allen will come. Ford will not come. Why? This is less than equal to F, na?
King will not come.
King will not come because King is outside this range. And Ford will also not come. Name is less than equal to F. Ford is greater than F, no? If you want Ford to come, you'll have to put G out here. Then Ford will come.
So why sir equal to का sign तो लगा हुआ है ना?
Yes, sir.
Equal to sign laga hai, but if I compare Ford with the letter F, F is the shorter of two strings. It will be padded with blank spaces. ASCII value of F, ASCII value of F is the same. Consider second letter ASCII value of O greater than ASCII value of blank space. So Ford is greater than F. What are we searching for? Less than equal to F. This is greater than F. If you have a row, name equal to F by itself, as Kaustubh is saying, if you have a row, name equal to F by itself, that will come. But Ford will not come. Understood? Vaibhav, got it?
Please, sir, my network was break at that time, so that's
Ah,
why.
okay. No problem. You missed it.
Can you
Yeah.
please?
But now you got it, I hope.
Yes, sir.
Anyone else has a question? Rohit, looks like you got a story to tell.
What, sir?
Looks like you got a story to tell.
Yes. सर एक्चुअली मेरा डाउट था
हाँ बोलो.
और जब हमने सेल के लिए बिटवीन डाला है तो लाइक अंडरस्कोर जीरो डाल के भी हो सकता है क्या? मतलब
हो सकता है. Sure. Come, let's move on. I'll show you some more stuff. You want to stop early today, students? Being a Sunday and all. Santanu,
Yes, sir. You can
want to stop early today? You got big plans for Sunday evening?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
What plans? Lockup तो हो गया, अभी क्या है? ऐसे फ्रेंड्स के साथ मिलो, बैठो साथ में.
सर मूवीज आ रखे हैं मार्वल की.
Multiverse of
Maintenance.
क्या रखा है यार? उसको पिक्चर में एक्टिंग करने के लिए पैसे मिले, अपने को मिलते हैं क्या? अपने को तो साइबेज में जॉब चाहिए ना. क्या लेना देना मल्टीवर्स के साथ? रिया इन्फोटेक में जॉब चाहिए. इसलिए तो बैठे हैं यहाँ पे. Come, let me show you some more options, some more special operators. Himanshu is asking if we want to display name starting with A and F,
Yes, sir.
and you don't want the others.
Yes, sir.
So you will say select star from EMP, a rename like a percentage, or rename like F%. So A will come, starting with A will come, starting with F will come. B, C, D, E will not come. I hope that answers you, Himanshu.
Yes, sir.
शाम को बैठेंगे सुधांशु इधर टपरी पे. Let's move on. Select star from EMP where department number equal to 10 or department number equal to 20 or department number equal to 30. See what's happening here. Department number equal to 10 or department number equal to 20 or department number equal to 30. So what's happening here? I'm searching equal to 10 or equal to 20 or equal to 30. 25 will not come. 25 will not come. You see what is happening here, students? We are searching for discrete values. 10, 20, 30. I'm not searching between 10 and 30. Am I clear? I'm not searching between 10 and 30. I'm searching for discrete values 10, 20, 30. A more efficient way of writing the same thing, I can say where department number equal to any. Where department number equal to any. 10, 20, 30. Where department number equal to any one of them. Any is a special operator. Any is a special operator, similar to like operator, between operator. Any is a special operator. Any operator will perform logical OR. Write down, any operator will perform logical OR. No problem, Nayan. Nayan Barhati. Nayan is inviting only Sudhanshu, not anybody else. Are you really from Daman?
So I'm from Vapi. So
Oh,
Daman
okay.
is like 5
Yeah, I
minutes.
know. You just have to cross, no?
Yes.
और दमन जाने का स्पेशल रीजन होगा ना, जो वापी में नहीं मिलता है वो दमन
वही
वैसे खारगर इज ऑल्सो लाइक वापी. कभी आएंगे अगर आप खारगर में भी नहीं मिलता है, या तो कलंबोली जाना पड़ता है, नहीं तो बेलापुर जाना पड़ता है.
अच्छा, बट सर खारगर के भी दमन आते हैं. Most of Mumbai public are present on Saturday and Sunday in Daman.
Yeah, because it's cheaper also, no?
Yes, yes.
पब्लिक कार में जाते हैं, पूरा डिक्की ट्रंक भर के लाते, पेट्रोल का खर्चा निकल जाता है.
सर सबकी कार यहाँ पे जब्त होती है, सब पकड़ा जाते हैं.
वो अभी सेटिंग होना चाहिए. Anyway. So did you understand the any operator? Given a choice between these two select statements, you will agree that if I use the any operator, firstly, it is easier to write, it's closer to English, department number equal to any one of them. More importantly, it works faster. Why? Because in the first select statement, MySQL has to read it, then compile it, then make a plan, then execute. Whereas in the case of second select statement, a ready-made method by the name of any is always present in the database in the compiled format. It directly executes. It directly executes. It directly executes. It makes a difference if we have large number of rows. Students, it's all in milliseconds. It's all in milliseconds. It won't make a difference for 5 rows and 10 rows. But if you have large number of rows in EMP, you can actually do the timing of a select statement and observe that the second one is faster. A third solution, the fastest way of doing it. What is the fastest way of doing it? I can say where department number? In. In. Write it. In is also a special operator. It will perform logical OR. Any operator, in operator, both will perform logical OR. I hope you're writing all this.
Yes, sir.
In is faster than any. This is the fastest. Huh? One problem has three solutions. N is the fastest. Second prize goes to any. Third prize goes to the first select statement. But the first select statement is the most powerful, no? Equal to 10 and or not, वो सब लिख सकते हैं ना? Which is not possible with an operator.
So what
Maybe
is the difference between any and in?
I was just about to ask you the same question. Why is in faster than any? Look closely at both the select statements. Do you see any difference between in operator and any operator?
Any
operator. There is
Equal to
what is
sign.
equal to sign?
Equal to sign. That tiny little equal to sign is what makes it a bit slow. In is faster than any. The small little equal to sign is what makes it slow. You know what is operator overloading?
Same operator doing different functions.
In is faster than any, but any is more powerful than in. Because with in what happens, I can say in or I can say not in. Implying I can check for equality, I can check for inequality. Whereas with any operator, not only can I say greater than any, less than any, equal to any, not equal to any, but I can say greater than equal to any, less than equal to any, which is not possible with in operator. You understood? So to sum it up, if you want to check for equality or inequality, use in operator. But if you want to check for greater than, less than, greater than equal to, less than equal to, use the any operator. And if your requirement is more complex, if you require and or not, etc., then you will use the first select statement. Does that answer your question?
Yes, sir.
Let's make a note of it quickly. In operator is faster than any operator. Any operator is more powerful than in operator. You see what happens with in is you can only check for in and not in. Whereas with any operator, you can check for equal to any, not equal to any, greater than any, greater than equal to any, less than any, less than equal to any.
So,
Yes,
so can we use any operator with a character string also?
yes, I'm coming to that. Good, some interesting questions today. So to sum it up, if you want to check for equality or inequality, then use the in operator. But if you want to check for greater than equal to, less than equal to, then use the any operator. Reciting?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Come. And as one of the students was asking just now, in operator, any operator will work with all data types. It will work with all data types. So I can even say select star from EMP where city in Mumbai, Bhopal, What will this do? It will show me all the Mumbai employees and Bhopal employees. It will not show me the Delhi employees. Opposite of in is not in. If you want to use any operator, you could use any operator. One difference I want to show you between Oracle and MySQL, and that is the any operator does not work directly in MySQL. The any operator does not work directly in MySQL. For example, select star from EMP, where department number equal to any 10, 20. This is not supported in MySQL. It's not supported in MySQL. In MySQL, any operator has to be used with subquery. Any operator has to be used with subquery. Topic of subqueries I will cover later next week. As of now, just make a note of it. So if I'm using MySQL, use the any operator. Any operator works in Oracle. But not in MySQL. Otherwise, what will happen is you'll try it out later and you'll get an error and you'll wonder what the problem is. It works in Oracle, no problem.
So,
Yes.
if we are using greater than equal to with any, and if we are saying 10, 20, and 30, it will be essentially greater than or equal to 10 itself. No. Then
Correct.
what is the use of that operator?
Well, here I'm assuming that you've given 10, 20, 30. But next week when I start with the programming, I can say greater than equal to x, y, z, where we don't know what is the value of x, y, and z respectively.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
सर ये लाइन समझ में आई
Yes.
ये सब क्वेरी वाली लाइन समझ में आई
So as I said, topic of subqueries I will be covering next week. But as of now, just note this much, that this command will work in Oracle, does not work in MySQL. In MySQL, any operator works provided it is used with subquery. That is query within query. which I'll be covering later as a separate topic.
Fine.
So that pretty much concludes some of your special operators. Some more special operators are there, but we shall discuss them after a few days. In the meantime, can we have a short viva? Can we have Devi back again online? Devi, are you here?
Yes.
Devi is looking very happy today.
No,
You got get big plans for Sunday?
and nothing, sir. It's
हमको
with you.
बताओ यार.
The big plan is with you itself.
अच्छा, plan is with me itself. Shubham, you finished writing?
Yes, sir.
Come, let's ask Devi a question.
Yes.
Only
Zero.
Devi, huh?
0.
0. Very good. So we give you 1 mark.
Thank you.
Now, can we have Abhijit Darekar? Where is Abhijit Darekar? Give me a shout.
Yes, sir.
There you are, Abhijit. Question for you.
Sir, option C, server disk to server.
Correct. Correct. So 1 mark for Abhijit. Let's go to Juhu Center. Juhu Center, can we have terror for error? कौन है ये? Ajinkya. Ajinkya Chinchkar. Ajinkya, are you here?
Yes, sir.
For yourself.
Yes, sir.
There you are. Ajinkya, here's your question.
Sir, option B. Sir, not.
No, Abhijit. No, Ajinkya. 0 marks for you. It's both of the above.
Yes, I see.
Sagar, don't give answer in chat, please. Let's move on. Can we have Anant Kumar from Dazzlers? कौन है Anant?
Yes, sir.
Yes, Anant. Here's your question.
I guess it's 4096.
That's correct. 1 mark for you. From your group only, can we have Bhushan Patil? Where's Bhushan?
Yes, sir.
Bhushan.
Distinct, sir.
Distinct. So 1 mark for you. Fantastic Four में पहला सदस्य धनंजय. Where are you, Dhananjay? Absent. He is present but currently unavailable. आप लोग क्या लॉगिन करके घूमने को जाते हैं क्या? चलो 0 marks for Dhananjay. Can we have Dheeraj Umbarkar?
Yes, sir.
Waterfall. Yes. Here's your question.
Sir, option B.
B.
Yes.
No. 0 marks. Correct answer is B.
D. Okay, sir.
Can we have one of the gladiators? Pankaj Lohar.
Yes, sir.
There you are. Pankaj.
C, sir.
That's correct, Pankaj. 1 mark. Can we have Rajesh Patil from Code Crafters?
Yes, sir.
Or you have the Joker? आप लोग सब पिक्चर बहुत देखते हैं.
Yes, sir.
A, B, C, D.
A. There is no security of it.
Incorrect option.
Does not support distributed databases.
Sorry, Rajesh. 0 marks. Correct answer is C. A and B both true. C is false. Can we have Sagar Mahajan? Quickly.
Yes, sir.
कुठे गेला?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, there you are.
Yes.
Byte coders.
Blob D.
That's correct, Sagar. 1 mark for you. And last question we'll ask Mr. Yogesh. Runtime terror. Yogesh Naik.
Yes, sir.
Direct Mumbai. Okay. Yes, Yogesh.
D.
D for Delhi. I did not hear you clearly, Yogesh.
D.
Okay, that's correct. And with that, it is time for a break. It's already started. So creating this table should not be a problem. Of course, create table is a DDL command. Inserting the rows in this table is also not a problem. Of course, insert would be a DML command. And of course, you can select the data. You can view the data. Select statement comes under the category of DQL. This is what we have done so far. And we saw the various options with select statement. We saw select star to see all the columns. Then we saw how to select the individual columns. Then we saw the where clause. We saw the relational operators, logical operators, arithmetic operators. We saw how to create a computed column. We saw how to specify an alias. We saw how to use district. Today, we examined the order by clause. And we went through some of the special operators. We saw the like operator, we saw the between operator, we saw any and in operators. This is what we have done so far. I'll continue from this point. If you want to modify the existing data, we have the update statement. Let's understand the update statement. Here's how you write it. Update EMP. Sal equal to 10,000. Where EMPNO equal to 1. Please write it fast. Update table name. Set column name equal to new value, followed by the where condition. So here I'm saying update EMP. I am updating which table? EMP table. We are setting sal equal to 10,000. I'm doing this where EMPNO equal to 1. So for employee number equal to 1, it will update the sal. It will change it to 10,000. It will update the sal. It will change it. It will change it to 10,000. The change is instant. Huh? The change is instant. So after doing this, if I say select star from EMP, I will see 10,000 here. I will see 10,000 here. So update table name, set column name equal to new value, where EMPNO equal to 1. You might be wondering why I'm typing it like this, just to make it more readable. It's a fancy style of writing. I am using the tab button. You know tab button. This is known as indentation. It's known as indentation. It's a paragraph style of writing, nothing else. It's a paragraph style of writing. Update is a DML command. Insert, update, delete. Update is a DML command. No problem. Now, let's see some more options here. I'm updating EMP table. I'm setting sal equal to 10,000. See here, 10,000 is a constant. Agreed? 10,000 is a constant. If you want, you can put an expression here. Set sal equal to sal plus sal into 0.4. Set sal equal to sal plus sal into 0.4. So what will this do, Rajesh? It will increase by 40%. Agreed?
Yes, sir.
Will increase by 40%. So in this way, we can increase 10%, 20%, 40%. And I think that's a healthy increment. Yeah, 40% is a healthy increment. Nobody gives 40% increment unless you change your job. And to attract you, they will offer you more. Nobody gives 40% increment. Only one company in the world gives, and that is my company, Siebel. So practically every 2.5 years, your salary is doubling. Practically every 2.5 years, your salary is doubling. Siebel is the best company to work for in terms of payment. You know what is the starting salary for fresher in Siebel? The starting salary for fresher in Siebel is 8 lakh rupees per month. तो साल का 1 करोड़ तो कोई भी कमा लेता है. 8 lakh rupees a month प्लस हर साल बोनस वगैरह, एक महीने का तो बोनस सभी को देते हैं, तो हो गया 1 करोड़ 4 लाख प्लस 40%. अभी कैलकुलेटर लेके हिसाब कर लो, 36 साल के बाद कितना मिलता है महीने का.
एलिजिबिलिटी क्राइटेरिया क्या है?
Eligibility for Siebel is any technology, any job, but minimum 5 years experience. Could be Java, could be .NET, could be MySQL, could be Oracle, or you could be a teacher like me, join the training division. Minimum 5 years experience. You can get into sales, you can get into marketing, you can get into HR. Minimum 5 years experience.
We will definitely try 2027.
After 6 years.
Apply after 5 years.
बिल्कुल. और रेज्यूमे में रेफरेंसेस में मेरा नाम डाल देना. Ex student of Samir Dehad Rai.
100%.
Definitely, sir.
But money should not be the only reason to join Siebel. You should be fond of database. Because can you see yourself for the next 36 years? Up till now, whatever you have done, or what we have seen in the last 2 days, if you feel ki, हाँ यार, I can do this, this is interesting, meet the user, understand the requirement, create the table, write insert statement, write select statement. If you feel that you are comfortable with this, and secondly, if you feel that this is interesting, you can do this for the rest of your life, then you may want to make a career in database. Database professionals are the most highly paid technical professionals. But that doesn't mean you should get into database. It's only if you like it. Money comes automatically. वैसे तो पान वाला भी कमा लेता है यार, दिन के 10,000 रुपए, वो कोई बड़ी बात नहीं। सवाल ये है, do you find this interesting? Then you can make a career in database. So here, I'm updating the SAL. I'm increasing by 40%. Keep writing. I'm setting SAL equal to 10,000. I'm doing this for employee number equal to 1. If you want to update the multiple columns, just separate by commas. Just separate by commas. So what will this do? Set SAL equal to 10,000, comma city equal to Nashik, where EMPNO equal to 1. Set SAL equal to 10,000, comma city equal to Nashik, where EMPNO equal to 1. So for the first row, not only will it make the SAL 10,000, it will update the city also and change it to Nashik. That's like a double bonus. You increase the SAL also and you go to Nashik. Beautiful weather in Nashik. In this way, the entire row can be updated. Please specify all the column names, comma separated, and the entire row can be updated. Coming back to what I started with, that SAL equal to 10,000. I'm doing this where EMPNO equal to 1. The where clause is important here. The where clause is important here. I'm doing this where EMPNO equal to 1. The where clause is used to restrict the rows. I'm saying where EMPNO equal to 1. If you want to update the multiple rows, no problem. Give a suitable where clause. Here I'm saying where city equal to Mumbai. So where city equal to Mumbai, what happens? For all my Mumbai employees, it will make the SAL 10,000. In this way, you can update the multiple rows. You give a suitable where condition. Inside the where condition, you can specify anything. Everything that we have done so far, and or not, all that is possible. Where city like A percentage, B percentage, all that can be specified there. And that's how you can update the multiple rows. All right. Moving on. Note down the next one. SAL equal to 10,000, comma, city equal to Nashik. Let's change it to Jalgaon. SAL equal to 10,000, comma, city equal to Jalgaon. Where city equal to Mumbai? So what will happen? Here I'm updating multiple rows, multiple columns simultaneously. Set SAL equal to 10,000, comma, city equal to Jalgaon, where city equal to Mumbai. I guess that would be a popular choice. Lots of students from Jalgaon here, I was told.
Yes, sir.
तो सैलरी इंक्रीज हो गया और घर जाने को भी मिल गया. You can work from home. Would you like that?
Definitely, sir.
Yes, sir.
अरे बाबा, दुनिया नहीं देखनी आपको.
घूम फिर के जलगांव आना.
दुनिया गोल है सर, इसलिए यही ठीक है.
दुनिया गोल है. अपने को क्या करना है? जलगांव में रहना है, शेंगदाने खाना है ना, केला खाना है, शाम को फ्रेंड्स के साथ बैठना है, और क्या. You know, my work is such, I travel 20 days in a month. And in 20 days in a month, I visit at least 15 countries. So breakfast in Bangalore and dinner in Singapore. मेरा ऐसा रहता. लॉकडाउन में तो पागल हो गया. 4 महीने घर पे बैठना पड़ा. आदत नहीं है. I always carry my toothbrush in my pocket. That's how I work. वैसा ही होता है मीत. वो ऐसा है कि टोक्यो जा रहे हैं तो चल यार, आते आते शंघाई में भी ड्रॉपिंग कर. It's crazy, but I love it. I wouldn't do anything else. सिविल वाले बाइक में और कार में नहीं घूमते, हेलीकॉप्टर में घूमते, पता है.
रॉकी स्टाइल.
बिल्कुल. मैंने रखा है अपना हेलीकॉप्टर वॉशिंगटन में. बॉम्बे में पार्किंग हेलीकॉप्टर का बहुत ज्यादा प्रश्न. Come on. So here I'm updating multiple rows, multiple columns. You can update multiple rows, multiple columns simultaneously, but you can update only one table at a time. I cannot say update EMP comma department. Not possible. Update EMP comma department is not possible. You will require a separate command for each table. So you can update multiple rows and multiple columns simultaneously. But only one table at a time. If you want to update two or more tables, then a separate update command is required for each table. All right. Same command will work in Oracle, no change. Unless I point out, you can assume that it will work in both RDBMS. Yes, Kaustubh, if you want to update the salaries of multiple employees, that's what I've done. Give a suitable where condition. Give a suitable where condition where employee number equal to 1 or employee number equal to 3 or employee number equal to 7 will update the 3 rows.
So can we put a condition like from employee 1 to 10 we have to increase salary like that?
Yes. So what you do is in your where condition, you can say where EMPNO greater than equal to 1 and EMPNO less than equal to 10. Or you can use between also, isn't it?
Yes,
Where
sir.
EMPNO is between 1 and 10. So all the guys from 1 to 10 will be updated.
Okay, sir.
Now, listen. What's this? One user is working on a particular row, but at the same time, who will get priority? Manoj, very good question. We'll come to that tomorrow. Okay.
Yes, sir. Okay.
So that's a good question, but I'll answer you tomorrow when we discuss the topic of locking. Update EMP said SAL equal to 10,000, where city equal to Mumbai. You see, the where clause is significant here. The where clause is used to restrict the rows. You tell me, students, what will happen if I remove this where condition? Huh? Dishi, what will happen if I remove the where condition?
It will set
For all the parameters without 10,000.
That's correct. That's correct. All the rows, it will make the SAL 10,000. All the rows. The whole column is updated. The whole table is updated. All the rows. Give everyone 10,000. सबको 10,000 दे दो. यहाँ राशन कार्ड बांट रहे सबको. सबको दे दो 10,000. I hope you wrote the command. So that's your update statement. No problem with update statement. Let's move on then. Next step. Look here. Let's see the next option. If you want to delete a row, we have the delete statement. Let's have a look at the delete statement. Over here, I can say delete from EMP, where employee number equal to 1. Delete from EMP, where employee number equal to 1. So what will happen? EMP table, employee number 1, this row will be deleted. It's gone. Be careful here. The system will not ask you. The system will not ask you, dear Vaibhav, are you sure you want to delete? Kuch nahi. It will go and delete the row. Please be careful here. Of course, delete is a DML command. Insert, update, delete are DML commands. Gopal, did you write this? Insert, update, delete are DML commands. गोपाल का ध्यान नहीं है, कहीं और दिख रहा है.
नहीं सर, लिख दिया है, ऑलरेडी लिख दिया.
Good. So here I am deleting where EMPNO equal to 1. Even over here, the where clause is significant. I am doing this where EMPNO equal to 1. If I say where city equal to Mumbai, what will happen? Multiple rows, all the rows where city equal to Mumbai, all those rows will be deleted. I'm deleting where city equal to Mumbai. Normally, this is not done. Huh? In real life, we don't delete a row. Data is too precious to lose. At home, you can try it out. But when you're working, we will never delete a row. Last year's data, do I delete all the data? Do I delete all the rows? No. We keep it for future reference. इतने मुश्किल से मैं डेटा लेके आया, you want to delete a row? Not done. If you go to Deloitte and tell them I want to delete a row, they will call security and escort you out of the office. Not done. If employee has left the organization, don't delete a row, yaar. If employee has left the organization, you have a status column in the table. Have a status column in the table. I will give you a better idea. Have a status column in the table. These are current employees. And this is ex-employee. Don't delete a row. Not done. Have a status column. Ex-employee, current employee. क्या पता 10 साल के बाद काम आएगा ये.
So can't we retrieve the data once?
No.
So, or mistakenly, if someone has deleted.
You can always give a rollback and retrieve the data. But if you've given commit, then it's gone forever. It's like a recycle bin. You delete a file, it goes to a recycle bin. You can recover from there. Similarly, here you can give rollback command, which I will show you later. But if you empty the recycle bin, then it's gone forever. Similarly, here if I say commit, it's gone forever. Have a status column. Ex-employee. Who knows? You may need an employee's assistance in future. मेरे को याद है मैंने एक ही कंपनी में 3 बार जॉब किया और छोड़ा. So from current I became X, from X I became current, then again I became X, then I became current, then I became X. तीनों टाइम वो कंपनी ने मेरे को बुलाया. फर्स्ट 2 टाइम्स मैंने छोड़ा, तीसरी टाइम उसने मेरे को निकाला.
सर क्यों आपने रो डिलीट कर दी थी क्या?
Good question. That's a nice one. रो ने डिलीट की,
रिसाइकल भी नहीं डिलीट किया,
पूरा टेबल ही डिलीट हो गया।
ड्रॉप
इससे
कर
और
दिया,
बड़ा काम किया था,
टेबल ही ड्रॉप कर दिया।
पूरा हार्ड डिस्क फॉर्मेट कर दिया, रिस्टोर टू फैक्ट्री सेटिंग। फिर कभी बताऊंगा, अभी माय वाइफ इज आल्सो स्टैंडिंग हियर।
समझ गए।
Again over here, when I delete from EMP students, again over here, the where condition is significant. The where condition is significant. If I remove this where condition, what will happen, students?
Only table will delete.
Delete table.
All the rows, not table. All the rows will be deleted. All the rows will be deleted. All the rows will be deleted. But your table will still remain. Huh? Your table will still remain. I can always insert rows in future, no? Your table will still remain. Your table will still remain. Table will still remain. If you want to get rid of your table altogether, how will you do it? If you want to get rid of the table altogether, then you'll have to drop the table. That's correct. You'll have to drop the table. Of course, drop is a DDL command. Create table, drop table. Huh? Drop is a DDL command. If you drop the table, you can't recover it. Huh? If you delete a row, I can give a roll back. But if you drop a table, you can't undo that. Drop table EMP. Table will go, structure will go, rows will go, everything will go. Hello, मैं drop करता हूँ. Hack. I've dropped the table. Gone. If you want to drop multiple tables, this is how you do it. Drop table, EMP comma department. That's how you can drop multiple tables. This is how you can drop multiple tables. But you cannot use where clause with drop table. Feature not available. Why? Because drop table is a detail command. You can't have a where clause with drop table.
Sir, can we retrieve drop table afterwards?
No, you can't. Unless you have a backup of it. Yesterday I told you day before export, import, enterprise backup. If you've taken a backup, then no worries. Otherwise, gay. You can't use where clause as I was saying. So I cannot say drop table A percentage, B percentage. Not possible. You want to drop all the tables starting with A, you'll have to give all the table names comma separated. It's a bit restrictive here. You're dropping a table, Baba. It's a big thing. No problem. Chalo, let me teach you some more stuff. Since most of you are using MySQL Workbench, update and delete commands without a where clause will not be allowed in MySQL Workbench. In Oracle, no problem. In MySQL command line client, no problem. But inside Workbench, without where clause, will not be allowed in MySQL Workbench. Why? Because you may end up, Chaitanya will do truncate separately as a command. If you delete all the rows, if you say delete from EMP, you deleted all the rows. No? Or when I say update EMP and I don't have a where condition, I've updated all the rows. MySQL is a bit restrictive here. It's trying to save you to protect you. However, to use update and delete, without a where clause, in MySQL Workbench, if you want to try it out, then what you do is you click on edit, menu at the top. You'll see one option there called preferences. Click on preferences. There you'll see one option for SQL editor. Click on SQL editor. There you will see one checkbox, save updates. There is a checkbox at the bottom. Just uncheck it. And then you click on OK. This requires a reconnection to the database. This requires a reconnection to the server. Don't worry. You don't have to exit and log in again. You click on query, menu at the top, and you will see one option there. Reconnect to server. Just click on it. Chaitanya, truncate command we cover later, okay?
Yes, sir.
If you truncate a table, but I can tell you in brief right now, if you truncate a table, Chaitanya, you can't roll back. Because
Yes, sir.
truncate will delete and commit. Truncate will delete and commit. But exact difference between delete and truncate I'll cover in more detail after a few days. Let's go step by step. I would like to demonstrate this. Let me open my workbench. It will take 5 to 10 seconds to open. It's a slow software. It's a heavy software. Graphical user interface. Let me log in as Dishi user. As I was saying, the system is trying to protect you so that you don't accidentally delete all the rows or you don't accidentally update all the rows. However, if you're sure of what you're doing, you click on Edit, menu at the top. You will see an option Preferences. You have written it, don't worry, just see the screen. Click on Preferences. Over here, click on SQL Editor. And below, can you see this checkbox, Save Updates? Forbid the updates and deletes with no where clause or no limit clause. It requires a reconnection to the server. So just uncheck this and click on OK. As I said, it requires a reconnection to the server, but don't worry, you don't have to exit and log in again. What you do is you click on Edit, you click on Query, menu at the top. Can you see this option, Reconnect to Server? Just click on it. And we are good now. We can use delete statement without any where condition. We can use update also without any where condition. Okay, so try it out later. Moving on. I want to discuss a bit of transaction processing. Let's do some theory for half an hour. Or maybe 45 minutes. See the screen. Observe what I'm doing. I am saying insert, insert, insert. I'm inserting 3 rows. Doesn't matter which table, maybe 3 different tables. I'm inserting 3 rows. Now, whatever 3 rows I have inserted, these 3 rows, they are gone into the database. They are there in the server. They are there inside the hard disk. They are there inside the table. But whatever I have inserted, it is temporary. It is temporary. If you want to make it permanent, you'll have to say commit. Work. Commit will make this insertion permanent. Up till then, it was temporary. So chalo. I've inserted 3 rows. I've given a commit. This work is over. Then I begin some new work. I update something. I delete something. Whatever updates and deletes I have done, these changes are there in the database, but they are temporary. If you want to make it permanent, you will have to say commit. This has to be committed separately. Then I begin some new work. Let me start some new work. I insert 4 rows. I update 2 rows. And then I delete 1 row. Again, whatever insert, update, delete I have done, the changes are temporary. If you want to save the changes, you will have to say commit. Commit will save the changes. It will make it permanent. It's only for insert, update, delete. If you create a table, you don't have to worry about commit. If you drop a table, you don't have to say commit. It's only for insert, update, delete. It's only for DML commands. It's only for DML commands. So, what will commit do? Write down. Commit will save all the DML changes since the last committed state. It will save all the DML changes since the last committed state. Now understand a new term. Let me introduce you to a new terminology. I insert 3 rows, I issue a commit. This will save the changes. Now listen, Himanshu, when the user issues a commit, it's known as end of transaction. It's known as end of transaction. Commit will make your transaction permanent. So this is transaction T1. I do some more work here, I commit this. This is transaction T2. I do some more work here, I issue a commit. This is transaction T3. In this way, my work is made up of transactions. Some transactions are small transactions. I'll insert 5 rows and give a commit. Some transactions are large transactions. I'll insert 1,000 rows, then I'll issue a commit. Some transactions are very large transactions. I'll insert 1 crore rows, then I'll issue a commit. Some transactions are very, very large transactions. I'll insert 100 crore rows, then I'll issue a commit. Yes, Samjay. When to issue the commit? That you and I will not decide. When to issue the commit is decided by your client. उसने इंसर्ट किया है ना, उसको कब कमिट करना है वो उसको प्रॉब्लम है. When to issue the commit? It depends on the logical scope of work. Tell me, students, if you are inserting 10 rows, are you going to give a commit after each and every insert?
No, sir.
No.
Are you going to insert 10 rows and then give a commit?
No, sir.
Yes.
Both answers cannot be no. It's an XOR gate. One of them has to be yes.
10 insert we will do.
After each insert, you will. Achha, let me try to make this simple for you. Suppose you go to the grocery store and you purchase 4 products. You purchase 4 items. When you go to the cashier, is the cashier going to make 4 bills for you? No. It's one order. Na?
Yes, sir.
So what will the cashier do? The cashier will insert the 4 rows, then issue the commit and save the changes and generate the bill. That's order number 1. Some other customer goes to the grocery store and purchases 20 products. Will the cashier generate 20 bills? No, that's order number 2. So what will the cashier do? The cashier will insert 20 rows, then issue a commit, then give a save and generate the bill. That is order number 2. So when to issue the commit depends on the logical scope of work. Suppose I go to the grocery store and I purchase only 1 product. Obviously, it's a small order, it's only 1 product. The cashier will insert 1 row, give a commit, save the changes, generate the bill. तो वो यूजर का लुकआउट अपने को कुछ नहीं करना है. So when the user issues a commit, it is known as end of transaction. That's a term we use in database. It's known as a transaction.
So
Commit.
isn't it blocking the process? Full process. We can't update and we can't insert.
You can update and insert at the same time.
After when we commit the work. When
What
we
is
do
a
statement, comment work. After that, in that we can't update and we can't insert.
This transaction is over.
Over complete.
Begin a new work.
It's indirectly kind of blocking.
Locking nahi, saving.
Saving. Yes.
It's not indirect, it's directly saving. Commit will make the transaction permanent. So how will you implement this? Control S, exactly, Kaustubh. Control S. How will you implement this? As a programmer, I'll tell you what you people are going to be doing after 6 months. See, right now, jo bhi hai, insert, update, delete, we are working in Workbench. But tell me, is your end user going to use Workbench? Is your client going to use Workbench? No. If your client sees Workbench, wo bhag jayega yahan se. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? I'll tell you. What are you going to do? You are going to create an application. You are going to create an application. You are going to create an HTML like this. Have you studied web programming? You are going to create an HTML like this. Please enter the name. Please enter the salary. You are going to create an HTML like this, a user interface. Please enter the name. Please enter the salary. As far as your end user is concerned, your end user will only do the data entry. Please enter the name. Please enter the salary. And what you are going to do, What you are going to do is you are going to create a save button here. You are going to create a save button. And when the user, he clicks on this save button, inside this button, you are going to say commit work. Are you understanding? This is how you're going to implement the things practically. Right now, since you're practicing at home, studying at home, you try it in Workbench, try it in Oracle, try it in MySQL command line client. But later, when you study your advanced Java and other modules, you're going to make an application like this, which consists of the backend, that is database, that is tables, the front end, that is .NET, the HTMLs, the forms, the user interface, and of course, all these push buttons, text icons, and other stuff. Commit will make the transaction permanent. Incidentally, when you say commit, you can say commit work, or you can say commit. The keyword work is optional. It doesn't serve any purpose. It is ANSI SQL. There are lots of things in ANSI SQL that are redundant. And since it's optional, I prefer not to type it. But I told you just now, mostly everybody says commit, commit, commit. But I told you just now because by chance, if you come across an ebook or something where you see commit work, you might wonder what this work is about. Well, now you know what work is. What is work? CDAC Mumbai. What is work? अगर बॉस ने पूछा मेरे को समीर कितना काम किया आज T1 plus T2 plus T3. Understood, na? So if my boss asks me, or if you ask me, what is meant by work? Why do we say commit work? Total work done equal to transaction T1 plus transaction T2 plus transaction T3 plus transaction Tn. ये है total work done. आज कितना काम किया? मैंने इतना सारा काम किया. If I want to put a mathematical formula for work, this is how I would define it. Finish writing. एक और चीज आपको. I hope you are finding this interesting, students.
Sir, can you take that?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Someone wants to see the notepad again?
Yes, sir.
जल्दी करो. कल सुबह खारघर जाना है. वसूली करना है.
Done, sir.
Done? चलो. Now here is the thing. Keep writing. See what the user is doing. Insert, insert, insert. User is inserting 3 rows. After inserting 3 rows, he issues a commit. This transaction is over. It has been saved. It has been committed. Then, as Rajesh was asking earlier, the user will begin some new work. He'll update something. He'll delete something. This has to be committed separately. Well, the opposite of commit is rollback. What will rollback do? Rollback will undo all the changes since your last committed state. It will undo all the changes since your last committed state. So that's how you can. Rajesh, I think you were asking, if you delete something accidentally, how to recover it? You can say rollback.
Yes, sir.
But if you give a commit, then it's gone, huh, boss? What is committed cannot be rolled back. जैसे भाई बोलते एक बार कमिटमेंट दे दी तो वैसी बात है. Would you like to note this quickly?
Hello, sir. Hello, sir.
Yes, Gopal.
एक्सीडेंटली डिलीट हो गया तो हम उसे रोल बैक कर सकते हैं, मगर अपने कमेंट देके डिलीट किया तो नहीं कर सकते, ऐसे ही ना?
Yes.
ओके ओके.
So what will rollback do? Rollback will undo all the DML changes since the last committed state. What is committed? That cannot be rolled back. So rollback is like an undo kind of a thing. No problem. What is committed, that cannot be rolled back. Even in the case of undo, similar to undo, we have redo. Basically, there is no such thing as rolling forward. Just to make myself clear. Rollback is possible. There is no rolling forward. Before anybody asks, I'll make myself clear. Even in the case of rollback, the command is rollback work, but I can say rollback by itself. You guys know the story. Work is optional. Work is ANSI SQL. If you want to follow the ANSI standards, then you can specify the keyword work. MySQL as a company has to follow ANSI standard. But you as a developer need not follow it. It's only for insert, update, delete. Huh? It's only for insert, update, delete. Only the DML commands are affected by rollback and commit.
Sir, I have to ask you that can we update a committed table?
Can we update a
Committed table.
Yes. You can update as many times as you want. For example, salary of employee is updated every year. So update in the year 2020, give a commit. Next year again update, give a commit. Next year again update, give a commit as many times as you want. लेकिन अगर डिलीट है तो क्या है? Show you one more thing here. I insert two rows. And after inserting two rows, I decide to create a table. Suppose I'll create customers table. Create table customer. You see, create is a DDL command. Any DDL command, it automatically commits. Not only will it commit itself, it will commit everything above it. Understood? Any DDL command in create, drop, alter, any DDL command, it automatically commits. This is the way it is. Why is it like this? अंदर में क्या हो रहा है? That is not the question. This is the way it is. See something more. Did everyone install Oracle? Yes, Pradeep, that's why you can't roll back. I was using Oracle earlier. In Oracle, this is what your command prompt looks like. SQL greater than. This is the Oracle client software. Let me open it for you. It's known as SQL Plus. I told you about the exit command earlier. Suppose you insert something and without giving a commit, suppose you exit. The system is user friendly. When you exit from SQL Plus, it automatically commits. It will save and exit. So in Oracle, when you exit from SQL Plus, it automatically commits. And I believe that is user-friendly. The system is user-friendly. It automatically commits. Here, I'm assuming, look here, I'm assuming you're using the exit command. But remember what I told you yesterday. Instead of using the exit command, suppose you close the window. Can you see this close button? Or suppose you do Alt F4. Or suppose I insert something. And there is a power failure. Or let's say there is a network failure. Connection with server is gone. Or any kind of system failure. In all such cases, your last uncommitted transaction, it's automatically rolled back, which is a good thing in MySQL. It ensures that only the data which is explicitly committed by user is coming into the database. Any kind of incomplete data, inconsistent data, or other data is not going to come into the database. It's like the example of railway reservation. I'm sure everyone has seen the Indian Railways website for railway reservation, irctc.co.in. Yes.
Yes, sir.
The most thakela website in the whole of India, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Now, suppose you're doing railway reservation. You'll enter the journey date. You enter the train number, the train name, destination station. You'll enter your passenger details. And before you can make the payment, suppose your connection with server is gone, which is a common problem in the Indian Railways website. Your connection with server is gone. Does that mean you get free tickets? No. The next time you log in, you'll have to enter all the information again, which is a good thing in MySQL. It's a good thing in Oracle. Only the data that is explicitly committed by user is saved in the database. It's an important point, interview question. Any kind of power failure, network failure, system failure, PC reboot, window close, improper exit, etc. In all such cases, your last uncommitted transaction is automatically rolled back. It is such a disgrace that Indian Railways website, all the foreigners who come to India, all the tourists who come to India, they use that website and it gives a bad impression of our country, isn't it? Few years back when Piyush was there, I had told him. He told me TCS ने बनाया वो Indian Railways website. पीयूष को जानते हैं ना, ex Railways Minister.
पीयूष गोयल।
पीयूष गोयल।
पीयूष गोयल
बड़ा अच्छा फ्रेंड है, उसको बोला मैंने क्या है, he said यार TCS ने बनाया. Long time back when Lalu Prasad Yadav was the railway minister. Imagine company like TCS लेकिन क्या सॉफ्टवेयर बनाया Indian Railways website. You meet any guy from TCS and if he or she acts smart in front of you, na, just tell them Indian Railways website. चुप कर दो. No problem. This doesn't happen in other RDBMSs. Remember DB2? I told you about DB2 earlier from IBM. You know, in DB2, if there is a power failure, it commits here. Scary. In DB2, there's a power failure, it commits. And that creates a lot of problem for us. Later on, when the electricity is restored, we need to clean up all the data. But this is not a problem in MySQL. It's not a problem in Oracle. It's automatically rolled back. Done. Finish writing, students.
yes sir.
Sir,
Yes,
ये
Sohail.
document- Sir,
Sohail, to answer your question, if you want to try out rollback commit, and save point I'll cover tomorrow. Since you're using Workbench, Sohail, to try out rollback commit and save point in MySQL Workbench, what you do is you click on query, menu at the top, you'll see one option there, auto commit transactions. You'll see one option there, auto commit transactions. Just uncheck it. Otherwise, you'll delete something just for fun and then you will try roll back and nothing will be rolled back. So be careful here. Just check whether auto commit transactions is on or off. I'll show it to you. I'll open Workbench. Let me log in as my Dishi user. See the screen, students. See the screen. Click on query, menu at the top. Can you see auto commit transactions? It's currently ticked. Just uncheck it. Now you can try out rollback, commit, etc. Shubham, I did not understand your question. Is it advantage or disadvantage? Could you please explain?
सर वो बताया ना आपने कि वो पावर फेलियर और इम्प्रॉपर एग्जिट हो गया तो रोल बैक करता है कमिट पर.
So I think that's an advantage. I think that's an advantage because only the data that is explicitly committed by user is coming into the database.
तो सर इंडियन रेलवेज की इसमें तो यूजर फ्रेंडली नहीं हुआ ना वो।
Indian Railways is not user friendly because their website is a lousy website, not because they use Oracle.
सर मैं ये पूछ रहा था कि हम इंसर्ट कर रहे हैं सर, एक रो में हम मतलब 1000 रोज हो सकते हैं मतलब टेबल में, तो बीच में अगर लाइट फेलियर होगा, पावर फेलियर होगा तो सब जाएगा, तो हमारा वर्क तो कुछ मायने नहीं रखता ना, वो गया सब।
So then you save and proceed. After every 10 rows, you give a commit, save and proceed. So that halfway through the work, if there's a power fail, at least पहले का तो saved है, आखिरी के 2-4 rows शायद save नहीं होंगे, वो दोबारा reinsert कर लेना बाद में. So that's how you will have to plan your work. This is how you will have to plan your work.
Yes, sir.
And power failure doesn't necessarily mean that you stop your work. If you go to grocery store and there is a power failure, computer is not working, bill cannot be generated, वो कच्चा कॉपी दे देगा ना हाथ से बना के, बाद में वो when the light has come, electricity has come, he'll enter the data later. ठीक है students, may I rub this?
Yes, sir.
I think we've done quite a bit today. I'll stop here. CDEC has